Okay, today we're going to Fisher's Peak Ranch, track D7. It's 36 acres. A lot of usable ground on it. It's going to have great views over the city and Fisher's Peak. You're not far from Trinidad Lake in the mountains, and you're only about 10 minutes from town. And this is Atchison Avenue coming out of Trinidad. There's power close by, and yeah, and I'm going to be taking pictures here as we go up to the property to give you an idea of what the drive is. So you come to this point on the road when you're coming up here, and you'll stay right on Winter Hawk Drive. Okay, we just gone a little bit further, not very far, and we come to the gate entrance. So this is a gated community. It's nice to have, and they change the gate code monthly, so you don't have people just come in here whenever they feel like it. This is Fisher's Peak Ranch. With 35-acre tracts, you got a lot of room, you got a lot of space. So we're going to be, the land's going to be right up here on top of this mesa. We're going to go up this canyon, then come up the backside, come around. So we're headed north right now. All right, we've only gone probably 3/4 of a mile past the gate. It's not going to even be 10 minutes to town. This is going to be a short trip. You can see Fisher's Peak in the background back here, and it looks a lot bigger when I get out and than when you're standing here than what the video shows. And I'll show you more of what things really look like once we get out and on the property. So Trinidad, Colorado is right below Fisher's Peak. That's what that's called. We've driven a little bit further, just showing you a little bit more as we're going along. We've got about a, I don't know if you can see this. We're going to that square, and we're about right in there. Okay, we've come to Switchback Canyon Drive. You don't want to go left here. And it goes back the other direction. The property's this way. So you see the sign. They've got signage for the roads. So after you pass Switchback Canyon Drive right back there, we're still on Winter Hawk Drive, and the property's only about another mile or less. Okay, now you come to this point. We're on Winter Hawk Drive, and you don't want to go left. You want to stay right. See the house up on the hill. Views this way, and we're going to be on now. It's called oh come on, Pinyon Pine Lane. Pinyon Pine Lane. Okay, you don't. The only right you got to take once you get to that Pinyon Canyon Drive. This is the road the property's on, and it dead ends into this, so you're private back in here. You're not going to have people going through. And there's power. You can see power lines to here. So you'd have to pull power from this point. If you want power, electrical grid power. Okay, this is right before we get to the property. There's a right-hand turn here that's hard, and then it goes into two-track, beaten up road. But it wouldn't take much, as close as it is to town. And the way this land is up here to improve this road. This is looking east. Or actually, Fisher's Peak is closer to east. So this is the road. Looks like that way. And it's not bad. I'm not bumping around. You don't hear my keys rattling. Just need to be I'll cut a little bit, I guess. And kind of hard to tell here. Like I say, this ends on. Okay, these are the maps you'll see on the website there underneath the video, or the video right below these maps. Anyway, got some friends. Ants going around. We have come in you see on the aerial map, we came along this road here, and there's a little right hand turn that goes up to a house. This little road here is the little 2-track that we just came in on, and we're sitting about right here on the property. And then this old 2-track goes right through there. You can see it on the this would be the eastern edge, because the map, here's the top, north, and we're facing south towards Fisher's Peak, which you can't see right now. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down this road, come down in here, and then come back up through this way. It's pretty much all flat land up in here. You see the aerial, the topo. Again, we're about right here, and I'm just going to walk down this and then come back around this little cliff area that's on this bottom southern portion of the property, and then come back up here to our current location and where the truck's sitting. You got about a quarter mile or less of bringing power in here. That's at $700. No, what is it? No, not 700. That's at it's like $1,700 a pole, 300 feet a pole. So you need like 4 to 5 poles to bring power in here. And you'd probably be, the highest portion of the land is basically about where we're sitting. But anywhere in here, and you could do a lot with this land. Fence it real easy, and have animals on it too if you want. And you're not very far from town at all. We just started walking here, haven't gone very far, but you can see this old fence line here that delineates the eastern boundary, because like I say again, we're walking south. And see the grassy area right there? There's a grassy area going through the field. That's that grass area right there. So we may come a little further into the lot than what I thought on this 2-track. So you can see this 2-track keeps on going down into the, well, I don't know, it'll go all the way down into the bottom of this canyon. In Fisher's Peak, when you're standing here, it's about 10,000 feet, a little under it. It looks about like that. Good big views. You can also see on this aerial map that grassy area right there. It's right in front of us on that hill, and you can see how that would be the southeastern corner. It's just going to be over that hill beyond those little trees. And the little rock cliff face you see on the topo here, that area right there, I can kind of see some rock edge right there. And then we'll be walking back up through the land, which once we get in. Okay, we're on top of that little grass mesa I was pointing out earlier. You can see the rock cliff I was showing you on the topo. It's right here, and the land is, you see how mild it is going back in there. That's the little road we walked down and came over here to get here. And you got overlooking these canyons. So we're basically at the southeastern corner, because you can see on the topo, or the aerial, see a little patch of trees there? That's where we're standing, by that, in the grassy field. So the boundary line, the southern boundary, cuts across this field and goes back over to the road over there. Close to the road, about partially up that hill. It may go to the road. Got some nice rock bluffs. And then you got a good view. You can see some of the town of Trinidad too from here. This would be a good spot to put a place. Campsite or something, got good views. Your way back in here. It looks again about, I don't know, about that big. So you're looking south into New Mexico. The top of the ridgeline over there is New Mexico. Coming back down, and there's a lot of alfalfa planted in here. Here's the old Jeep trail that keeps on going down around the corner. And then it looks like on the map it goes off the land. It's a part of the old part of the ranch before it was subdivided a long time ago. So now we're going to go through the trees and back up to where we came from. Make my way over to that rock face we saw from the little grassy knoll up there. You see Fisher's Peak in the background. Okay, we made to the edge of that little canyon. There's the grassy knoll we were standing on. Like I say, the boundary line cuts through when it starts getting in the trees right here and goes up that way. And we're staying on that rock face. Those crows, ravens, they always come around when check you out when you're hiking around. So, as far as we're facing south towards Fisher's Peak, we're right in this area on the topo map where you get the steep stuff. And then now we're gonna hike back up through here. Still walking north, back to the truck, northeast. Okay, we're getting close to the northwest corner actually. See this grassy area here? That's what we're entering right now. So I'll head northeast back to the truck. This grassy area portion right here on the aerial, that's where we're standing. It's be a great place, and like I say, Fisher's Peak, the views are a lot bigger here. Video camera doesn't pick it up well, but you know, this is a great spot to do something on. Everything's open, and it's not far from, see that grassy area? We drove in on this little road, and we parked about right there. So you have a short distance, and you're ready to go with something really nice here. And you don't see any other houses or anything around you either. It's nice in here. Okay, we're looking along the little 2-track that we drove in on. We're back at about right there. So the northeastern corner boundary is over here in the trees a little ways. My truck's up there, drove into it quite a bit. Just to show you where we parked about right there. I said in the beginning of the video we were back up here, but we're right next to this old fence line that's getting closer to us here, so I drove further in a lot than I thought. Coming from that direction. Now I'm just driving out. We're on that Pinyon Canyon Drive. This is simple to get to. 83. Try to see how many miles it is out of here. It's not very far. It's less than 10 minutes to town. You can see the power lines overhead here. Now we've come back to Pinyon Pine Lane is what it is. We're going to be back on that Hawk Lane here, just staying left right here at this turn. And the land's right back over there. You can almost see the grassy spot way back there up on the hill. Pretty. Some horses. Oh, and there's a deer. Oh my dear. Okay, still on our way out. We came from this direction from the land, but you can see the land from this side. I don't know how we can do it. Yeah, there's that grassy area. See that's the grassy area. We were on top of that hill over there, and see the rock bluffs and cliffs. I think a good portion of those are a part of it. And then you see that grass area over there? That's be the northern end of the property where we finished up, where you first enter. You got some neat rock cliffs and a lot of usable land. Okay, we're still coming down canyon, going to the south, back towards Trinidad and the gate entrance. And only a couple seconds later, and here's the gate entrance. The gate opens towards you, saying stop here so it doesn't hit your vehicle. Let me pay attention. Very good. And now we are through, because this road will just take us right back into town where we started.